Hello, nerds. Welcome to GeekBeast, part of the Geekish Network. This is your daily rundown of geek news by geeks like you. If you're new to our show, we cover the geek news beat and we share our opinions. I'm your host, Chuck, and look what we got Randy. Say what's up to the people, Randy.
Yo, what's going on, Geek Beast? Chuck, what are we talking about tonight?
We talk about a lot of stuff, Randy. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. The first thing we got to talk about is the top D&D designers joined Critical Role after quitting Wizards of the Coast. So Wizards of the Coast is the card company that makes Dungeons and Dragons. They make Dungeons and Dragons cards. They make
and they go to Critical.
So they're going to Critical Role. So they're leaving Dungeons and Dragons and Magic. They make Magic, and that's their biggest game title. And they're saying, "Hey, we're going to Critical Role."
Wow, I'm excited about that.
Yeah,
that actually makes me absolutely happy.
So Christopher Perkins, Jeremy Crawford, previously creative director and the game director, respectively, for Dungeons and Dragons, had joined forces with Critical Role. The company announced Monday Perkins and Crawford are joining Critical Role's tabletop games publishing arm, Darlington Press, to develop a new game concepts, innovative mechanics, and future iterations of expansions across the publisher's product line, which includes the recently launched Daggerheart. So
am I thinking of Critical? Is Critical Role who did whatchamacallit?
They did Legend of Vox
Machina. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make sure I'm saying this right.
They have so Critical Role not only made Vox Machina, Randy, they made a whole line of products.
Right, absolutely. And Vox Machina is just one. They're going to come out with another one, I think either this year or next year.
Yes, a new series.
New series. Absolutely.
But they have other stuff besides that. They have their own Dungeons and Dragons books. They have their own card games they're making. They have their own manga and comic books they're making.
I did not know.
Yeah, they're making all this stuff. They're making everything.
But this, I don't know. I'm excited about this.
So they hired two people from Wizards of the Coast to come make the games for them. Two people that are sharp with it.
Absolutely. See, man, All right. So one of the things we've talked about ad nauseum is a lot of these spaces, they are just making content,
Hmm.
and they don't value the writers. They don't value the content makers. Whereas Critical Role from this move looks like they're doing the exact opposite. They are taking people that are entrenched in these worlds and they are adding them. I think
Yes.
this is super excited. This is a trend
Yes.
that I actually want to start or to continue.
This is a really big thing because not
Yes.
many companies come in and say, "Your game director, we're going to take them. You're going to take him or
Right.
her. Your creative director, we're going to take him or her." And so we'll probably see coming out of Wizards of the Coast, which is owned by Hasbro. Hasbro
Mm-hmm.
owns Wizards of the Coast. We'll probably see a lot of people leaving and going to the other company. The last time we saw something like this, it was when Respawn left oh, which one, which Call of Duty team was it? Vance and them were over. Um
I do not know, but
Hold on. What Vance and them were, what's the Call of Duty guy they were over top of? Um I want to say it wasn't Treyarch. It wasn't Treyarch. Look it up. But so Respawn did it too. The creators of Respawn. So Respawn was like they created Apex Legends. They created, what was the last thing they created? They were working on a Star Wars game. It got canceled.
okay.
But they did Call of Duty. The executives of Call of Duty came into their studio and said, "Look, we're shutting this shit down. We're putting it on hold because we don't want to pay you your royalty because y'all made over $1 billion and we ain't paying y'all that royalty.
That's
That
terrible.
30% ain't coming to y'all."
Ugh, I hate
So
those.
the two guys that started the studio left and started their own studio. And what happened was there was a pilgrimage. Everybody left. Like so Activision didn't know who was working on what inside the studio. So all of a sudden whoever was left over said, "I was the creative director. I did multiplayer." They had nobody to prove they it was true or not. There was no HR in the studio. So there's no proof of who did what. All they know is these people worked in the studio
Mm-hmm.
and they had to pay them to stay. So I think this may be what's happening with Critical Role. Um,
Hey, nah, I think that this is
Infinity Ward. Thank you. Thank you. Titanfall. They did Titanfall. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The funk. The funk always comes through. I
of
love
course
the
he
funk.
did.
Of
Of
course
course
he
he
did.
did.
Of course he did. Of course
Yeah.
he did. I was there to test him. It was just to test his
Oh,
knowledge.
you really knew it?
Test his
You really
knowledge.
knew it? You just
Yeah.
wanted to test the
Yeah.
Fox knowledge?
Test the funk's knowledge. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, so they left and started Respawn. And then the first game they came out with was Titanfall.
Okay.
And it was amazing. They did Apex Legends. That's what they're doing now.
Man,
They yeah.
this is
So
exciting.
this is exciting. So you got two marquee personnel people going to Critical Role to make their games for them.
And it's not like Critical Role was struggling creative
No, they're
to
not. They're
begin
not.
with, right? But
They're
right,
not.
like this is adding like Kevin Durant to the Warriors, I feel
Hmm.
like, right? It's taking it to another level. I'm so happy to see what they produce from here.
What if I tell you I probably get my hands on all the Critical Role's projects?
You talking about going forward or the past one?
That we're going forward. Like
Oh,
they're like getting this game, getting their comment. I'd probably get my hands on them.
man,
My
that's a lot.
old housemate, the woman I used to live in her house, she is their VP of merchandising.
I hear you. That's a lot of damn content.
Well, no, it's just they haven't made anything yet.
I guess I'm looking at all the past campaigns that they've done, and I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of
No, no, I'm talking
stuff.
about no. We get content like they're going to make a board game now, so we can get their board game. We can get their card
I'm with.
game. We can get their
I,
books.
I am with
Yeah,
that. I would love to submerge myself into the
yeah.
Critical Role universe.
Matter of fact, I can tell you what's her role at Critical
Yeah.
Role. Yeah, I just found out she was at Critical Role.
Okay. So is she a critter?
No, I don't think so.
Uh,
Oh, here's Senior Procurement Director at Critical Role.
okay. Yeah, man, this is super dope. I hope
Hmm.
this is so successful.
Yep. So yeah, it's really exciting.
I'm
It's
I'm
really
looking for
exciting.
I'm looking forward to this and what we're going to get out of here. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
big. And as you
Yeah.
said, if it's a runoff where a lot of the talent starts to leave and go to Critical Role, hey,
Yeah. They're gonna have some interesting Dungeons and Dragons games and some interesting card games.
can you imagine how dope those games are going to be?
Yeah, I think that'd be dope. I think that'd be dope. That'd be nice. Critical Role's Darlington Press officially launched Daggerheart. I'm gonna go buy Daggerheart and see what that's about. The alternative to Wizards D&D franchise.
Okay. And I just love the whole Critical Role story. I just, how,
Yeah, their story's great.
yeah,
They
just,
story went
it's
from
a,
playing Dungeons and Dragons to
yeah,
making
it's
a
a
hit
whole,
television show.
right. And even before the show, and I'm assuming you're talking about The Legend of Vox Machina, right? They were getting a lot of acclaim and a lot of views
Twitch
with the
channel.
campaigns, yeah, with the
Hmm.
Twitch channel, and then on YouTube, and then how they started the Kickstarter to shoot the pilot episode for The Legend of Vox Machina, and how they raised way more within like a day. It's just a great story, man.
Yep,
And you can tell that these characters, like the actors and the team behind it, they really care about this universe.
they do. They really do care about their universe. Um, and it allows them to deviate from doing standard Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not sure what they're playing on Critical Role. It comes up on Amazon. I'm not sure what they're playing though.
Mm,
I'm not sure which campaign and which volume they're playing of D&D, but now they're gonna start playing their own. They may be playing Daggerheart. They may be
maybe.
using Daggerheart
I thought they had talked about what they were going to make next. I just can't recall the name right now.
of the next show.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
next show.
it's of the second campaign they did.
Yeah.
Vox Machina has been done for years. It's on the second campaign. They're on their third campaign now,
Mm-hmm.
so they're on the third campaign plan. So,
Yeah,
but
man. Let's do
the fact
this.
that they were able to turn this into a full fledged publishing
It's
company
amazing.
is amazing.
Yep.
Because they could have just been voice actors for their TV shows,
Right.
and they could have sold Wizards of the Coast their rights to make them Dungeons and Dragon
Right.
characters.
But maybe they figured like they would mess it up and they wanted to be entrenched in this
They
world.
wanted to. They
Make
wanted
sure,
to make it. They
yeah,
wanted to
and they
make
wanted
it,
to make it and
which
make
is
sure they
smart.
made it right. They wanted their own bring
They
their vision to life. Yeah.
bring their own vision, and the fact that you could steal two of the top talent from them, that's chef's kiss.
Yeah,
That
man.
is chef's kiss. So congratulations to them.
Absolutely.
To all my friends at Wizards of the Coast, I'm sorry that you lost two of your key people, but you all be okay. You all will be okay. You
Whatever.
know, that's how it works. I got some really good friends there. You know,
Hey man, I don't know.
I got some really good friends there. So
I'm
Hey,
excited for
Wizard of
this
the Coast,
move.
the ones that make Magic the Gathering.
they make Magic the Gathering. Hmm.
Well, they're doing all right because you know how much the Final Fantasy Magic Gathering cards are going for?
How much they going for?
The box alone is going for like $800. One
Magic the
box.
Gathering.
One box is going for like $800.
That's retail.
No, MSRP is supposed to be like 400. But the
Okay.
people are selling it for like $800
Okay.
for a box set.
Yeah, they
I
don't
know,
get
but
that. They don't get that secondhand money.
True,
though.
but still, I mean MSRP
Yeah.
400.
Yeah, to
Come
800. Yeah. 400 MSRP is high.
You know what I'm saying?
Fine. So
Yeah, it's high.
That's
They're
crazy.
fine. The Wizards of the Coast is fine.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that I know people that are artists there and game makers. They're game designers, and so they probably get elevated, or they may leave and go to
Critical Role.
go to Critical Role's team. Yeah, they go to the what is it, Daggerheart? Darrington.
Yeah.
So Darrington Press, that may be the next move they make. That's smart for them. Congratulations to them. Not many people do what they just did. You know, you do a normal campaign. You sell your rights to Amazon, make $1 gajillion with a hit show because you hired the freaking best animation studio in America, Titmouse.
Titmouse, yeah.
Yep, and then
You remember
y'all sit there.
they started out at Geek and Sundry.
Geek and Sundry,
And
yep.
I remember a friend of the network, Mike Flores, used to work there. and he
Yep.
was telling me that they were having some kind of contract negotiations, and they weren't happy with it, and they left, and they're like, let's just do it on our own.
That's so
And
crazy.
then he
Geek and
said,
Sundry would have been around. They're not around anymore,
no,
right? Felicia?
exactly. That's what he said.
They're
He goes,
dead. Yeah.
they died after that. Because it was like nothing else was that as popular. And then remember
No.
the leaks,
Right.
the leaks that happened beginning of the pandemic for Twitch showed that like they were the second highest earner for the whole Twitch, all out of all Twitch streamers, and they made like 9 million in like a 2-year period just on like subs and bits alone, let alone like sponsorships. So yeah, they got a really good thing going.
They do.
They got a really good thing going.
They hit pay dirt. And they're like, you know what? We're not dealing with nobody else. We're gonna do it all in house.
Hey, sometimes that's just how you got to do it, man. That's it.
Yeah. So good for them.
Yep.
Good for them. I'm waiting for them to have their own Lego set soon. I don't know. Well, they may do that because Lego lets you know we go cross brands. We don't care. Legos is like we do DC and we do Marvel.
Absolutely.
We do it all. Y'all gonna come? Matter of fact, y'all gotta share because that's how we set it up.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, that's awesome.
Is there a rival to Lego?
Oh, there are other Lego companies. They're just not the rival to Lego.
Okay.
They're like all like RC Cola. If Lego is Coca Cola, they're like RC Cola.
I just don't know what, like, I don't know what else.
There's like Mega Blocks. There's a lot of U Blocks. There's a lot of
Are there?
block
Okay.
companies,
But
but they're not Lego though.
I've never heard of those. I just know Lego.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
so
like some
I
that
feel
like Mega Blocks makes like video game properties like Halo and Call of Duty and stuff like that. Masters of the Universe.
I just never have known a rival to Lego.
They're not really rivals to Lego. You know, Mattel has their own version of Legos.
Okay.
I don't know why they did that. They could have went to Lego and made their Barbie Legos and made their own Mega Constructs. That's what they call them, Mega Constructs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You would think it would be better just to go, but whatever, everybody's got
the Mega Constructs, the Castle Grayskull is $199. It don't even look that good. It ain't like Lego quality. There's something special about Legos.
It is. And they're so synonymous with the name. It's like, everybody else. It's kind of like Google.
Like kind of like Kleenex or tissue.
Kleenex. Well,
Kleenex
is the name of the company, but like what's referred to as everything.
It's
you like Kleenex or something like that, or like Google, right? I mean, do people really go to Yahoo like that? And maybe some people do, right? But it's like,
do they?
I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe, but right.
I don't know. People, I go check my Yahoo email from time to time.
Oh, I haven't checked mine in a long, long time.
I check my Hotmail, baby.
Or Bing, like people don't, and the technology could be comparable, but like Google is the search engine, or at least it was up to ChatGPT, but like Google was the search engine. And that's how I feel like Lego is. Like there's no definitive competition to it.
No, there isn't. There isn't. I think that company almost went out of business a couple of years ago. About a decade.
What, Lego? Really?
That almost went out of business.
That I did not know.
Yeah, they had a hard time selling Legos.
Interesting.
Yep. You wouldn't think that, but they did.
Okay. Well, at one point in time, Marvel had a hard time selling comic books.
They still have a hard time selling comic books. Those movies and TV shows are selling them.
Yeah. I just saw this speaking of Lego, I just saw this TikTok guy talking about like he left his job and all he does is sell Legos now.
Yeah, I can believe that.
And he makes like more money than he said in his corporate job.
I can believe that. Yeah. I met a woman when I was in Orlando and I was working at Disney. I went to the Lego store to buy something. It came out. It was a release date. And she went in there and bought 8 sets of what I was looking at. And I bought one. And she bought, it might have been Optimus Prime. Might be my first Optimus Prime. I can't recall. And she bought a bunch of other sets. Her and her kids. They came in with wagons. You know those carry-all wagons. They came with those wagons. They packed up like 15, 16 sets. And I said, what do you do? She says, we sell them. We put them together and we encase them where they can't break and we sell them. And people pay us like double, depending on the Lego sets, for it to be built out. So if the Lego set's like $400, they sell it for 800. People buy it. People buy them. And that's her whole job. She does nothing else but sell Legos. Built Legos. They preserve the boxes. They
That's
preserve the
yeah.
manuals.
Yeah, he was talking about how he would go and basically
Yeah.
at the end of the year he'd buy all these like Lego sets on a discount because I guess it's like the end of the year they just stop making them, right? And he would hold on to them for a year, and then he would sell them like a year later for like double what he paid.
I can see that. Yeah, because Legos are more valuable than gold.
And then because they're out of like they stopped making them or whatever, and I'm just like, oh, I'm like, God damn, that actually sounds pretty. I'm like, I might have to look into that.
They're more valuable than gold. Yeah. The resale of a lot of Lego sets. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
In the chat, Defunct said Lego Star Wars saved them. Interesting. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. So Lego crushes it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy, he makes bouquet of flowers. He buys the Lego sets and flowers. He buys all the flowers. And he sells an average bouquet from him is like $200. So he spends like $50 worth of Legos and makes $200 bouquets.
Okay. Nice. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. That's what he does. Just make Lego flowers all day. I was like, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. What do you do? Make Lego flowers.
Yep.
You make money? Yeah, I make like $500,000 a year.
Hey, I'd take it.
I take it too. Is that every year? No, just that 1 year, one good year. You know,
Hey,
Valentine's Day, I make a killing.
Yep, I'd take it.
I would too. I would too. So, proud of people. People find a way. There's a million ways to get it.
Yep. If you the initiative and the heart to go after it, yeah, you can make it happen.
I know a woman that sells tea and candles. She sells tea and candles together, and she makes like $200,000 a year.
Okay.
Tea and candles. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, I make my own candles, and I make tea.
Okay.
And I sell it together.
Good for her.
I was like, that's amazing.
I got no problems with that at all.
She said she has big clients, executive clients, corporations. They just buy them to store them up and give them out to their employees and stuff. Yep. I said, that's nice.
Yep. 100%.
And
it's something that she loves doing and she can make a great living at it. Why
great
not?
living.
Absolutely.
Travels the world finding different teas. Yep. She's a tea sommelier.
Okay. I didn't know that was a thing.
That's the thing. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah.
Like I can imagine there's an expert in tea, but I didn't know that there was they called it sommelier.
Sommeliers. Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of sommelier, something that has good taste, Mel Brooks is back. 90-something-year-old Mel Brooks is back. He's
in Spaceballs.
Spaceballs 2, baby. Spaceballs 2. Oh, I'm so excited about this. I don't know why I'm excited about it. I don't think you can do Spaceballs the way Spaceballs was done. I understand it was tame compared to when it was made. It was in the 90s, and it was tame for the 90s.
I don't know if you do any Mel Brooks project nowadays, but he did the other.
This is gonna be great.
You do Spaceballs.
This is gonna be great, man.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be off the chain. It's gonna be off the chain.
Rick Moranis. I thought I read that Rick Moranis is back in it too, right?
Yeah, he's back in it. Everybody's back.
Everybody
that's alive, they're back.
Yeah.
So, okay, and I'm trying to get into the bit. For when Spaceballs first came out, George Lucas was fine with it.
Yeah.
Who did Disney greenlight a Spaceballs too? Okay with a Spaceballs too?
They're going to be now.
This is through MGM.
I get that, but like
this is
so, and I guess you can't make the parody without permission, but
yeah. No, they'll be fine.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Spaceballs 2 is Spaceballs is
They
such
base
a
it on
loved,
Spaceballs 1. They can't
yeah.
ain't nothing that Disney can do about it. They go like, I'm pretty sure they wrote this contract for Spaceballs, the original. It probably has the stipulations for Spaceballs 2 in there too.
Oh, I'm super excited about Spaceballs too.
Look at
Man.
old ass Mel Brooks. Old as hell.
He looks good for 90 years old, man.
He's probably on a cocaine bender right now.
If I make it to 92, I hope I look that good. He looks
yeah,
lucid. Right?
he looks very lucid.
He's talking.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
absolutely.
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I can't wait because they have so many movies to pick from. I don't know how I feel about him directing it, but I'm okay with him writing it. I'm tired of seeing old directors do something like Martin Scorsese and them. Their last movies are horrible.
Yeah, but I think Martin Scorsese and them still think that they're young and they're trying to take themselves overly serious. Mel Brooks is about to go in there, like you said. He's about to go set that damn thing on fire. It's gonna be plenty of cocaine and fun on that set.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope it's more Blazing Saddles than Spaceballs 1. Because I tell everybody, you can never make Blazing Saddles again. You can never make it again. You can never make that movie again.
But yeah, I did it there making another Spaceballs. It's great. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, right.
I wonder why who came up with this idea, but the fact that they did, we gotta roll with this.
I'm rolling with it. I'm like, Spaceballs 2? You got Josh Gad in it and Kiki Palmer.
John Candy can't be in it, so
yeah. But there's other people. They got Josh Gad though, and they got Kiki Palmer.
Who is she gonna play?
It doesn't matter. They're new characters. Lewis Pullman's in it. Bill Pullman's son. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing.
I think he's 92. Mark said he's got to be around 99 now, but I think he's 92. But still, he looks good for a 92-year-old man.
Yeah,
he has a beautiful life.
Yeah,
I actually read somewhere he was 98.
98. He's 98.
Yeah.
He's 98.
I'll look that up, but I heard somewhere he was like 98.
Yeah, he's 98. I just looked it up. Yeah. June 28th. He's about to be 99 in like 2 weeks.
Mark, you were right. Damn, 99.
I mean, that's another reason. That's another reason why he's doing it. He's like, dude, I gotta do this now if I'm ever gonna do it. Right.
The fact he was 97 directing a film, that's goddamn great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
They're
gonna be 98 years old.
Yeah, man.
We don't know if he shot it yet, Randy.
I thought they shot it. I thought it was already done.
We don't know if it's done or not. He just made an announcement.
Oh God.
That means they probably have to shoot it.
Oh damn. So he's 98 years old.
99. On June 28th, he's 99 years old.
Damn. So yeah, they're gonna have to get this started.
Yeah. After 40 years. 40 years.
I know.
People don't understand. I love this movie so much. I have it on VHS at the house. It was one of those movies for me.
Yeah. The 80s were amazing, man.
They were.
We had many conversations about that on here, but yeah. Spaceballs and all the young people like, what the hell are they talking about? Spaceballs is amazing. Where can you even watch Spaceballs at?
What's up?
I said, where can you even watch Spaceballs?
I think Max.
Is it available on any streamer?
It used to be on Max.
Okay.
It's on Hulu. It's on Max.
Hulu?
It's on Max.
On Max? Okay.
Mm-hmm. You know how I know? Because I turned it on one day and I fell asleep on it.
It's on Max. It's on a bunch of them, though, it looks like.
Yeah, I fell asleep on it on Max.
Okay.
So, I'm excited.
I'm going to have to watch. This weekend, I'm going to watch Spaceballs.
I can't get any more excited than I am right now.
Yeah.
For Spaceballs.
This is great. Let's make it happen, baby. Spaceballs 2.
We need Blazing Saddles too, while we at it. We should go all out.
Blazing Saddles, though, would do better on a streaming service.
Yeah, because you can't put it in the theater.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Because you can't put it in the theater.
Yeah, I think it would be great on Max, actually.
I think they should actually bring it back into the theater because that ending is so wild. For y'all that have not seen
I don't even
Blazing
know.
Saddles, do yourself a favor and go watch Blazing Saddles.
They don't even do comedy like that though
Oh
anymore.
no, it doesn't hold up. But I love it. Or Three Amigos. Oh, that was my movie too.
Yeah. So to find comedians and writers for that would probably be challenging now.
Yeah, that would be bold enough to do it because people would be
Yeah.
scared to death. Like I
Oh
ain't doing
God.
that.
Oh God. Can you imagine if they get a hold to that? Like just
Yep,
just a trailer would ruin somebody, right?
yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guess what's happening?
What's that?
You know something that's gonna happen right now. Warner Brothers Discovery is splitting into two companies.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, that's shocking.
Well, they
That's
want the
shocking.
movies and then like the reality and streaming service to be different or something to that capacity.
Because he realized meerkats do good by themselves, and he couldn't offload that streaming service. Maybe this is another way to offload the streaming service. We gotta get rid of this Warner Brothers shit, so I can focus on my meerkats because my meerkats make money. My house fixer uppers and meerkats. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have meerkats fixing up houses, and it's gonna sell out to everyone.
And they have
I
other
also heard that like they're splitting the debt up, which is
Right.
probably one of the
Yeah.
more
That's the big
important
deal.
thing. And so
Yeah.
they're giving the most of the debt to the reality TV side of things, the sports and news and reality TV side, and so it's like $32 billion.
Yeah,
That
that
makes
merger
total
was
sense.
very expensive.
They're
Yeah.
like splitting that in two somehow, or like
That makes
yeah.
total sense. It makes it easy to sell off the movie company that has less than half the
Well,
debt.
and then so you got to figure stuff like TNT, like those are cable networks, and people are
Mhm.
cutting cords on that. They don't turn out the profits. CNN ain't turning out profits like the '90s anymore.
Mm-hmm.
TNT are not turning out profits like so. A lot of these are
Mhm.
legacy systems out there, and we could tell when a lot of the decisions that were being made earlier they were purely financial decisions
Oh yeah.
based on that large debt that they had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I said, Mark, meerkats fixing houses, boy, that a man. That writes itself. I want to see that show.
Nah, you got it wrong. You have sharks fixing houses.
Fixing houses. No, sharks are house flipping. Sharks
naked
call
and
it
afraid.
flipper. Oh, the dolphins are flipping houses for the sharks.
Naked and Afraid, the Shark Week.
Yeah,
version.
yeah. Call it house flipper.
A bunch of
and
naked
it's dolphins
people.
flipping houses for
A
the
bunch
sharks.
of naked people in shark cages.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You know, sharking alone, naked and alone. But yeah, so Warner Brothers Television, Warner Brothers Motion Picture Group, DC Studios, HBO, and HBO Max, alongside their respective film and television libraries, will fall under the streaming and studios company and another company called Global Networks, which is CNN, Bleacher Report, Discovery Plus streaming services, Discovery Plus streaming, those meerkats and them sharks, and house flipping, and TNT Sports under another one, and they give all the debt to that company because that company
Doesn't
beat the
cost
debt
as
up.
much. Yeah.
Doesn't cost as much,
Right.
and they'll pay the debt out because people love watching them damn sharks.
Hell, what now does Turner Sports have? They lost the NBA.
Turner Sports, I don't know. They may have volleyball.
I
Volleyball's
think
hot
they
out
still
here.
got. I think they still got hockey, the NHL.
They
But
got hockey. I think they have some baseball.
okay, all right, okay.
I think they have some
Yeah,
college
see?
basketball. But yeah,
Yeah,
the
see?
They do have
NBA
college
is-
basketball. That's the way the tournament.
The
is.
NBA was definitely the crown jewel of what they
Right,
had. but,
absolutely.
like, yeah, they don't have that anymore. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean
What
they
else do
still
they
they
have?
still have the NBA TNT crew.
AEW. They got AEW.
AEW still alive. And they probably under less debt than TKO because TKO is drowning.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
WWE's drowning. They doing all kinds of decisions. They doing all kind of crazy things.
WWE is drowning right now.
They got poor Triple H out here backtracking and doing all kinds of things. Poor guy.
If y'all didn't know, WWE that sold out in every city is drowning in debt. I don't I knew narcotics were expensive. I didn't know they were that narcotics and steroids were expensive, but not that expensive. Allegedly. Allegedly. But yeah.
Okay.
So TNT Sports.
Okay.
Maybe they'll pick up TKO. Oh man. I think TKO is suffering because of UFC more so than they are of the wrestling. I think UFC is probably
And
burning.
it's now a publicly traded company. So, I mean, it's a little different. Like, you got
Yeah.
certain numbers and things that you have to hit. And if not,
Yeah.
then it's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, if you go and see any stadium, it is packed. I
I've
hope they're not
never
paying for
seen a WWE event that wasn't sold out.
unless that's all fake news and they're AI and people into the
I
crowd.
guess every WWE event that I watch is literally sold out. Every single one. I've never seen it.
Every single one. And so when they're like, we're gonna do all the WrestleManias in Vegas.
Well, yeah. That's so they got your because they had announced that WrestleMania 43 was going to be in New Orleans.
New Orleans.
They had to backtrack that, and it's pretty much going to be announced that all of them going forward are going to be in Vegas because they were selling tickets at like $10,000 a seat. It was if you go online and try to get WrestleMania tickets, those tickets were crazy.
Crazy. I told you I went online and saw the cheapest seats, and the cheapest seats, the top row was $600. I said that's more than Beyonce.
Yeah, hey, I saw a WWE WrestleMania ticket for one night. It was like $7,000.
Yeah, easily.
I don't know where
ringside is like 16.
Yeah, I don't know where
like, that's
it was.
crazy.
$7,000.
$7,000.
One night.
Ringside is 16.
Yeah, and they have it for 2 nights. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's crazy.
70,000 people.
People paid that too, Rodney. That's what's so crazy. People were right there in that spot. Like, wow. So you brought your child out here for this? I wouldn't spend that on no child. Then I ain't gonna appreciate it.
And that's not including merchant. Like, have you seen what a WWE championship belt costs? It's like $200. It starts
$200.
$200.
That's not including the t-shirts for $50 to $80.
The t-shirt, yeah. And then it's 70,000 people at the venue.
And then you have all the other ancillary events to go to, like the concert.
Yep.
Like
the Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah. You have to pay for all that separately. Mark said Mania had a 40K package.
What is that? I wanted that give you 2 nights.
That sounds crazy. Crazy.
That's why TKO was like,
hey, did you know you can bet on wrestling?
I did know that.
You can sports bet on wrestling.
I don't get because it's predetermined.
I don't understand. I don't understand that. How do you sports bet on wrestling?
I don't know either.
How you sports bet?
Literally predetermined.
Yeah, like how many RKO's are being done?
Those, you know what they say, man. The sucker's born every minute, right?
Hey,
yeah.
So that book is open. That that Vegas wasn't built on like
on smart people.
Built on winners.
Right. Winners are smart people, right? Yeah.
That, you know how crazy that is. Like,
I heard
people
it too, and I couldn't believe it.
I was like, when I sat there and saw it, they were like, Prize Picks lets you bet on wrestling. I said, how? It's predetermined.
And it's not like this is the 80s either, where they let you know, yeah, it's scripted, it's predetermined. They're not hiding it.
Apparently, you can bet on what the moves people do in the match, how many counts they have in the match. I said, people have a sickness. That's a sickness. Like how many times what's her name? Bianca Belair whips her hair around. Let's do it over under with that. over under with that. She
But
whipped
it's
her hair
still
around 7
predetermined.
times.
It's still predetermined. It doesn't matter what it is. It's still predetermined.
Exactly.
Why?
That means WWE can look at that and say, "Oh, the bet show that she whips her hair 7 times.
Right.
Do it 8 times, baby. We'll win out big."
Exactly. Why wouldn't she just vote on it? Like, why would she just bet on it? Take her whole purse and be like, you know what? I'm going to put it on Bianca whipping her hair around 8 times.
Yeah, and whip her hair around 8 times.
Well, you
Why
did.
would
Nail
you-
it every time.
You did
Every
see
time.
that
Do
too,
that.
where like, Michael Porter Jr.'s brother got cut for that because
Really?
there were bets he was shaving
His brother.
because he plays for like the Raptors. He's like some bench warmer, and it was like over under how many rebounds he could get or something like that, right? It was just like all these like, oh yeah, over under like how many points he can get, over under like how many rebounds he get. So he would like he set it up where he's like, yeah, bet on me on this, bet the over or bet the under, and he like missed rebounds on purpose.
Wow.
And they caught him because it was like, who's betting on this no-name motherfucker? Who's betting on this no-name guy?
Wow.
But at
And
least it was
like
a
all this
fix.
activity, But yeah, I mean,
Yeah. At least it was a fix. Wrestling is literally predetermined. It's literally predetermined. They out here just taking people's money.
They are taking people's money. They are taking people's money.
And he's banned for
And-
life. Yeah, he is. But like, yeah. The fact
And I
you
was
can
just
bet
looking
on
at
a
this like,
wrestling
this
match
is
is ridiculous.
nuts.
Yeah,
This
the
is
fact you
nuts.
can bet on a wrestling match is ridiculous.
I thought it was when I first saw it. First, I was like, "That's not right." They just made that. Maybe they mean Greco wrestling, and I was like, "Nope, it's WWE."
WWE out here, guys. That's why they're gonna be in Vegas for all the WrestleManias going
They are.
forward.
Yeah, it's gonna be at the sports book all day long.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They have like how many times Ric Flair is gonna woo, how many times John Cena gonna do. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, man.
I know we were talking about Discovery and
They said, hold on.
Meerkat's fixing.
They caught him because of the size of the bet. He couldn't be smart. He couldn't even be smart and just
They're not smart, Randy. They're good at their sport. They're good at their sport, Randy. They're not smart. Get that out your head. They're not the smartest ones in here. I think Randy froze. Look, he froze up, you guys. He's like, oh.
that's a thumbnail waiting to happen.
That's a thumbnail. We need to put that in a thumbnail. That's a thumbnail. He's like, that's the look of anxiety, you guys. when you put too much a big bet on your own self and you get caught. This is what getting caught looks like. How many yeets? That is it, Mark. How many yeets is done in one night?
It's so crazy. But yeah, the fact that they bet on that is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Crazy.
you just like get, you basically get the information from your, somebody on the inside, right?
Yep.
Hold on. So,
Yep.
looks like he
That's so funny.
froze.
Mark was like, hell yeah, that's a Twitter meme. It is a Twitter meme, Mark. It is a Twitter meme. I'm in bold.
Yeah, let me try to fix this. He
Oh,
got-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. You know what we can talk about while we wait? The Funk brought it up in the chat. He brought up there's a Korean pop group that everybody needs to know about in the chat. Everybody know about the Korean dancer Bailey? Bailey ended up joining a group. And the name of the group is, what's the name of the group? What Bailey and Kiddo, what's the name of that group? The Funk put it in the chat.
Why? Sorry.
All Day Project. So we have a choreographer singer who joined the J-pop group. And the song is actually dope. The song is dope. It's Bailey Sook from the hip hop dance tournaments and choreography scene. She made her debut as part of a co-ed K-pop group today rather than just a choreographer. Group is called All Day Block Project from Black Prince producer. It's on the Black label. Oh, look at that. I look kind of handsome in here by myself. Yeah, to cut him out. It's gonna be me and you riding. We're gonna do this going forward.
Yeah,
Did you
that's
see the All Day
interesting.
Project?
No, I didn't get a chance to look at it. I know he did post it in our chat, but I didn't get a chance to look at it. But you know, I wouldn't even know, like, I don't know enough about K-pop to, like, I just know BTS and
And Blackpink.
Blackpink and New Jeans. That's about it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, now you know of All Day Project,
Yeah.
famous,
What
and
is
it
it?
jumps. They got
Oh.
2 rappers, 2 singers, I think. And they killing it actually. It actually sounds good. I was like, damn, this is dope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So All Day Project, you guys, if y'all haven't seen it, the Funk is the expert on K-pop,
Uh,
and y'all should download it and try it out. I tell everybody.
I'm gonna
Stray
risk it.
Kids. I know Stray Kids too. Randy come back yet? He ain't here. Oh, he's coming back. Oh Lord. Here he comes.
Yeah, they're pretty great about just, like, all their entertainment, man. It's
They nail it. Yeah.
like
I was like, you take a girl that just dances and turned her into a star. I'm like, this little girl's a star right now. I was shocked. I was like, man, they can make anybody famous.
he said his power went out, so
Oh, that
yeah,
happens.
that happens. You know, because
The
he's
powers went out.
He's in the third world.
Yeah, this is a third world. Oh man, I just got back from Sweden, Rodney. Oh my goodness, we live in the third world.
Yeah.
We live in the third world. That place doesn't have sun 9 months out of the year, and yet everything's more efficient. It is so clean.
Yeah, man. I mean, Norway, same thing. Like, all those, like, Scandinavian countries, like, I think Norway has, like, huge, like, surplus of, like, money because of, like, their oil,
Yeah.
but they give it back to, like, yeah,
The people,
they give it back to
yeah,
the people.
man, the food, all the food is subsidized, Rodney. So I'm there and I bite into an apple and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot apples taste a little bit tart. They're not super sweet. I forgot about that. Watermelon tastes like traditional watermelon. It was good. It was good. Yeah, Mark, I was in Sweden last week. It was amazing. It was dope. I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, we
And I was
were
like, wow.
off, you know, last 2 weeks for a bunch of different
Yeah.
reasons.
Mhm.
So we're back. Chuck was gone last week, and then
Mhm.
before that, we had just a bunch of other stuff
Life
too. Like
Life
Defunk was at a Unreal conference, and then I had a bunch of other stuff going on. So it's like, yeah,
Mhm.
but we're back. So hopefully
We're
it's
back.
like-
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited for, like, a lot of this stuff. Like, I'm actually getting more excited about some of the summer projects. Like,
Mhm.
you see the Alien trailer, like the Alien
Yeah,
trailer,
Alien Earth.
Earth trailer looked really good.
Yeah, I heard Aliens
Foundation
is
3
really
is
good.
coming back.
Mhm.
Superman's actually winning me over even more when I see the trailers. Like, more and more of the trailers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm starting to, like, really. If it was like at first, I was like kind of iffy about it, but the more and more I see of it, I'm like,
Because he's in
alright.
underwear.
Not that, just that. And then,
Oh.
like, Fantastic Four, I'm, like, really looking forward to seeing that. So this would
Yeah.
be like summer. It would be a lot for us to be talking about on the
Yeah.
network.
Yeah. I'm excited about those movies too. At first, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this Superman. I think it's gonna be funny and goofy. Oh, you back?
Yeah, my bad.
Uh huh.
My power went out.
Uh huh. Tell us anything.
It did.
It's, the third world.
We're talking about you.
Yeah, because he lives in the third world over there.
We live in the third world over here.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was
We
like,
live in the third world called America. You can't have damn power.
And then it literally just went off.
Of course it did. All by itself. Ain't no storms or nothing going on
It's
outside.
it's storming outside.
It's raining. Is what you're gonna tell me? It's raining. It's raining. The power went out on some rain.
It did.
No lightning. It would be storming. So it would be like tornado by touchdown storm.
And then my router took a little bit restart back up. So
of course it did. Because you live in the third world and you got a router from 1985. Because that's what they gave us all. They gave us Spectrum's like, we ain't spending no money for y'all's routers.
Did they have routers in 1985?
Yeah, they had routers in 1985.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We
I
were
don't
on
know.
the internet. We had internet in our house in 1985.
I don't know. Nobody was on the internet in 1985.
Yeah, you do. Theo, Che.
The internet in 1985?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know nobody was.
They had like BBSs and stuff. He had the Commodore VIC 20 and they got an internet modem. I remember that. No, he got the 64. That's when he got the internet modem.
Okay. I didn't know that was
Plug it
even
into the phone line. Yeah.
I didn't know that was even a thing in
That was a thing.
1984.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little BBSs. And they used to download games and stuff. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe
It's
you.
BBS, so you all go in like, hey guys, I got this new game. It's over here. Share it. It takes like 2 days to download.
I bet. I couldn't imagine it would be even. Yeah.
But we were actually talking about the summer of films, blockbusters. You have Superman, we have Fantastic Four, and Rodney said he's kind of quite excited. He looked at the latest Superman trailer and got quite excited about it.
I'm not watching them. I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want it to give away anything. I saw the teasers and I'm so excited about this movie. So I'm not going to watch any trailers. And the final one just posted. That's probably the one you all were talking about. So I'm not going to watch any of them. I want to go in there and be like, yeah.
He's not a peeping Tom in this.
One of the other things I was excited about, since I was about to play the trailer, but since you don't want to see it, so the Alien Earth trailer looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
The latest one just came out. I think it came out like a week ago. So that looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So let me bring that up. But yeah, it looks. I'm like, okay, looks pretty.
Yeah.
Look at that. That looks sexy.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize because I guess
it looks very expensive too.
Yeah, which is I'm glad for it because I was afraid that because it was going to be TV that it was going to be, low budget and look cheap, but it doesn't. It doesn't look cheap at all.
It doesn't.
So, and apparently she's Kyle Chandler's daughter, the guy from Friday Night Lights, the actor.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, I saw she got announced for like another movie today, and I was looking her up. I was like, oh, and it turns out she's like the daughter of Kyle Chandler from Friday Night Lights and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, her, the android, the one that was playing the android.
The android, nice.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see this.
I'm excited to see it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm also excited to see? Predator Killer Killers. Mark put it in the chat, and I was like, yeah, Killer Killers is going to be good too.
It's out already.
Yeah, it just started, right?
It's the animated one, right?
Yeah, it's not. I've heard really good
movie?
things. It's a movie. But I've heard really good things about it. Yeah, some people are saying some people are like saying it's really good. So, I haven't seen it yet, but yeah, I definitely want to check it out. It's interesting because people were commenting on it, like, yeah, ever since like the merger, the Alien films and the Predator films are actually doing really well.
Yeah,
like
Fox is saying, "Hey, we're gonna take it to Disney's ass."
Yeah. But they're actually doing really well. Like the last Alien movie was really good. The Predator Prey was really good. Like, yeah. So,
and I don't know, just could be me. It seemed like for a moment though that those franchises weren't a priority, and they weren't making them to make quality projects.
They're just like money grabs.
Yeah.
They're just like, we'll make it. The nerds will show up,
Right.
It's
Yeah. But that's what happens when a bigger company buys you and tells you to do better. And you're like, what you give us is Star Wars and Marvel. We'll beat that in the ground. And they are beating it in the ground right now.
There.
They are beating it in the ground. Prey. Prey was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
Predator Killer of Killers looks really, really good. This Alien TV show looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so to Rodney's point a few minutes ago, I'm glad to see they're making the right investment,
Yeah.
at least from a visual perspective. So
Yeah. Maybe they don't give 20th Century Fox blank checks. And 20th Century Fox says, we want a blank check too.
well, they
Give us a
messed up.
blank check.
They messed up X-Men, so they have to.
They may probably making all this good content so they don't have to lose X-Men. We keeping X-Men. See how good our stuff is.
Yeah, I mean,
See how good
if you talk about a slam dunk, right, a literal slam dunk, and they messed it up for like 3 or 4 movies, so yeah, they gotta earn it. They gotta earn a blank check.
You know, they're like, hey, they're trying to keep X-Men right now, Randy. They're trying to keep X-Men.
Hey,
They're like, you
this,
see how good this looks?
right,
Why would
hey,
we give up X-Men?
if they can do that, then I'm good with it. But
No,
so,
we're not. No, we're not. We're not good with it.
So
nobody's good with it.
So, but somehow I don't see 20th Century Fox keeping X-Men. I just don't.
But we're not good with it. They were capable of keep X-Men. We're not good.
I just want to make a good. I don't care who makes it as long as it's good.
What's up?
I don't care who makes it as long as it's good.
I do. I'm tell you
don't.
why I do. Because I want it in the MCU.
Oh, I want it in the MCU. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. If
So
Fox
we said
keeps it, it's not going to the MCU.
Oh, okay. Never
Fox
thought about
keeps
it. I never
It's
thought
about
about it in
MCU.
that way. I thought them all has been the same.
No, it's like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's in the MCU.
Not no more. He ain't. Sony's taking it back.
But he's in MCU, man. He's in MCU.
So Sony needs to leave it in the MCU. Disney has to work that deal out with them again.
Yeah, no, they do, but that's
They're like yesterday. Sony said yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Yeah, because the MCU made Spider-Man popular again.
Popular, exactly. So Sony's like, guess what, guys? We're gonna make you pay top dollar for him.
Yeah.
Y'all made him popular.
Yeah, but and Sony made a bunch of bad movies in that universe.
The man,
a bunch of bad ones, like a
I
bunch
don't
of
know what
bad
you're
ones.
talking about, dog.
Because
if you ain't seen whatchamacallit, you missing out. You ain't
because
seen Madam Web, you missing out. That was a jewel.
so out of all the series that they've created, and let's include Spider-Man. What are they like 1 for 6?
Hold on.
Spider-Man. I'm just
Three Venom movies.
trash.
6.
And I was meaning, and I wasn't giving the individual movies. I'm talking about just like the characters, right? So Venom, trash. Kraken, trash. Madam Web, trash.
Craven. I like
Craven.
Kraken.
It's Kraken. I'm saying because you gotta be on crack.
I know what you meant. Craven was trash. Morbius trash.
Trash. So like
Madam Web and the girls, that was gold. That was straight gold.
So out of Spider-Man since like the Tobey Maguire days, we got Across the Spider-Verse. Now, while Across the Spider-Verse is absolutely amazing, I don't know if it makes up for all 6 trash franchise. I'll give it 2. But 6?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. But I'm just saying, Randy.
No, I was just only saying I just want a good X-Men.
I don't think Fox would make a good X-Men for the MCU, and I don't think Marvel Studios will let them make it.
I was about to say I don't think Marvel Studios would let them.
I don't think they'll let them make it. They're like, you keep it then.
Right.
You keep it on the outside.
Which would be a problem.
That's a problem. We don't want Fox to make it. We want Marvel Studios to make it.
Yeah,
if anybody's gonna blow the load on an X-Men movie going forward, it should be
Marvel.
Yeah. It should be Marvel.
Absolutely.
But I understand why they have to make all these good properties. Like, we're still good at making films. That other company, your Marvel company, they so. They hit or miss.
Marvel's hit or miss? Well, yeah, Marvel is hit or miss.
They're hit or miss right now.
They're hit or miss.
You know, they went strong
And
almost a
actually,
decade ago.
actually, so Deadpool is like one of the best Marvel movies that's come out. It's 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, it's
It's
Fox.
legacy. It's legacy 20th Century Fox.
Yeah, so they make good movies.
Yeah. Oh, Marvel were here throwing 20th Century Fox throwing their weight around. They like, okay,
Yeah, they said Marvel ain't made a hit movie in 5 years.
right. We got the biggest Marvel release since Endgame.
I'm not gonna, but let's not front. The Marvels was a really good movie.
I'm talking about more box office. I'm talking about more
Box office
box office.
smash. Yeah,
Yeah, box
box
office
office.
smash. Yeah, the Marvels was really good. Yeah.
Deadpool. They 20th Century Fox did pull off Deadpool. They pulled it off and killed it at an R level. At an R
And
level.
they did a multiverse with it
Yep, and killed it.
and
And
killed it.
killed it. And killed it. Said y'all couldn't do it. Y'all had like 8 movies
Right.
and 3 TV shows. Y'all had a TV show dedicated to the multiverse and couldn't pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
And we pulled it off.
Yeah.
So we're not giving up this X-Men.
And if we want to get a little technical, but I don't know who was in. I think Marvel though was in charge of the cartoon, weren't they?
Yeah, Marvel's in charge of the cartoon.
Marvel's in charge.
97.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And What If? They're in charge of cartoons.
What if it's just okay?
I like the What If. I don't know y'all like. I don't know what y'all like.
It's just okay. X-Men 97. Now that one.
I mean, that's great. That's great. Don't get me wrong. X-Men 97 is great, but I think What If is good.
I think What If is okay. I don't think it's bad. I just think it's okay.
Yeah, it's like any other cartoon out there. No, it's not.
No,
There's great cartoons out there. There
now
are
you're
some
trying to
amazing
sound.
cartoons.
Don't be normal. Don't talk like
you're
them.
right, you're
Don't talk.
right, you're
Not
right.
on this network.
I like What If. I do like What If. I love the
I
stories.
don't dislike it. I just think it's okay.
I love the stories of What If. I love all the What If stories. And that was supposed to be part of the multiverse, and they mucked it up.
Yeah.
They mucked up the multiverse, so it kind of makes What If. It takes the stakes out of What If.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now we're not going to see them. Like,
we're not going to see them live action.
Right.
And we can see them live action different ways. Like, I want to see a Black Panther that is what's his name?
Killmonger?
No, not Killmonger. He's what's his name? Black Panther. That's what's his name?
T'Challa?
No. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, you're talking about. Oh, yeah, that was a dope storyline. That was one of the better. That's one of the actual best storylines.
Yeah.
Chadwick being whatchamacallit? Star-Lord. Yeah. That's an amazing storyline. That's one of the. Yeah.
There's a bunch of them.
It got
Peggy Carter being Captain Carter.
That one just doesn't work without T'Challa. That doesn't work without Chadwick.
It will be. Whoever they bring as the new Black Panther. That would work.
It's Chadwick.
No, there has to be a new Black Panther, Randy.
There will be a new Black Panther, but that new Black Panther won't be T'Challa.
It could be T'Challa. They could have replaced him T'Challa.
I mean,
they're reworking the whole entire Marvel Studios, reworking the whole entire franchise.
I mean, if they do that, but like as it stands now, it's not T'Challa. Black Panther's not T'Challa anymore. T'Challa's dead.
Yes. That's why I said that's why I would make him Star-Lord. Bring him back in as Star-Lord.
Yeah, but that's a great story.
They should bring him back in as Star-Lord. Like T'Challa should cross over and he's Star-Lord.
Yeah, and I just, I thought for that role that Chat would he brought that sort of just regal air to it. He could be Star-Lord.
There's actors that can bring that regal air to it too, Randy. He ain't the only one. There's more than one black magical Negro, Randy. Now you're like, it was just like a month ago. You were like, they should replace T'Challa and put somebody in there as Black Panther.
They should. But I'm saying that for this role, this is T'Challa. This is the new one is not going to be T'Challa.
It may be T'Challa.
Then they got to of course they can rewrite everything over, but right now.
They don't have to rewrite anything. This new actor's T'Challa.
No, T'Challa's dead.
Multiverse, Randy. They can bring him through the multiverse.
They can.
They can bring him through the multiverse.
They can.
Hell, we don't know if it's our T'Challa that died. We don't know if that's our T'Challa. We have no idea.
Well, yeah, I think we don't. We can't.
No,
No, we can't guarantee it, but no.
can't guarantee anything.
But
This is Hollywood.
it's our T'Challa. I think
you can't guarantee that.
it's our T'Challa, man. I'm going with that. It's our T'Challa.
That means Tony Stark's is dead then.
He is dead.
What if he comes back as Doom?
Well, he is.
Well, if he's Tony
It's going to be
Stark's
Doom from another verse. We've already had this bet and this discussion. It's going to have to be acknowledged.
They may not acknowledge it.
No, they have to.
They don't have to do anything, Randy. They don't have to do anything. They can put makeup on him. Like I said, they don't have to show his face as Tony Stark's face.
We already got the bet out there, so
I know it. I'm waiting for you to watch all these Fast and the Furious movies. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing watching all these Fast and the Furious movies. I can't wait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because he show up as Tony Stark, so I'm gonna be like,
no, that's what I'm saying. He will show up as Tony Stark.
No, his name is Tony Stark, not
Yes.
Victor Von Doom.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There's going to have to be some acknowledgement of him being Tony Stark.
Well, if he doesn't show up as Tony Stark, he's only shows up as Victor Von Doom.
See, I don't believe that. I don't see how that happens. And I don't necessarily think the name has to be, but it has to be, is his appearance has to have some sort of impact that he looks like Tony Stark. It has to.
They may not.
Man, you just can't. You can't expect me to believe that.
It's not for you to believe. There's a lot of things that happen in this world that you didn't believe that happen. It happens. It's fiction. It's a comic book.
Nope. Ain't happened. We shall see. We got it. We got a year.
We got about a year left.
It comes out Christmas of 2026, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Look, Mark wants to say T'Challa's dead too. Don't
T'Challa's
mean nothing,
dead.
Mark. It doesn't mean nothing.
T'Challa's
Not in a place
dead.
that has a multiverse. It
Man.
doesn't mean anything.
We will have another Black Panther. I agree with that.
And what Mark said, have you seen Tropic Thunder? RDJ can pull it off. That's what I said, Mark. That's exactly what I said. He can pull it off. With that being said, man, we're gonna cancel back on our bet. We gotta find that clip of our bet too. We gotta resurface that somewhere. Thank you all for tuning in to GeekBeast. We ran over 15 minutes, but thank y'all for tuning in. We'll be back Wednesday with another episode of GeekBeast. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell everybody you know. Shout out to Mark and Defunk for being in the chat with us today. Shout out to Defunk for curating our stories, and Mark for fact checking us and bringing up good points. Shout out to Rodney, our digital producer, our technical producer, and our show producer. Shout out to Randy for being here and for him to being willing to watch the Fast and the Furious movies in about a year, because it's going to be amazing to watch him watch those Fast and the Furious movies, and it should have him shook up a little bit right now. Just a little.
I'm not worried.
Shout out to Digital Click for handling our marketing materials. They handle our marketing materials for our other shows, as not only just Geek Beast, but Binge Worthy and for Pod Squadron. Binge Worthy will be back this week with Forever Netflix's Forever for Juneteenth. And we hope to see y'all on Wednesday. And happy belated Father's Day to everybody.
Happy Father's Day, everybody.
You too, Mark, including you too. With that being said, peace.
Peace.